Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of GearCity. We are still working with slick wheels here. We're about to turn over from 1966 to 67. I just wanted to show we've got some older models here that are kind of wearing out their welcome. But the one thing that I did, okay, so a few decisions that I made off screen that I'll explain briefly now. The El Guapo, I had tried to make it work. This is essentially an El Camino, what they call a coupe utility. We are missing some sales. We could get this going, but the thing is, we're selling so many more of these other things, it doesn't make sense to waste a line on these. And the profit margin wasn't great on them, anyways. So we've officially lost money on those. And then I added a new, I think the Broadex Tough we did in the last episode, and it's selling well. I actually need another line of it. But then I decided to make three subcompact cars, the Commuter 100, Commuter 200, and Commuter 300. These are obviously three trims of the same subcompact car, and they're really helping us get a good chunk of that market share. They're selling pretty well. In terms of the globe, though, my big announcement for today is that we are about to finish our factory in Mexico City in one more month. So um, we're gonna get a branch up and running there and our factory. So I'm really excited to see what happens when we start making some cars in a city like Mexico City. Generally speaking, when I've played this game, even in the past, I haven't really ventured that far. I also have my sights set on this, if possible, 460 million to buy Esmond um, in Switzerland. This would get us to Europe, which we are not in Europe yet. So I'm thinking here in the late 60s is a good time for us to try to go across the Atlantic. I have no idea how successful that will be. I have no idea how well it'll work. But um, let's see, do we have any? Yeah, so we have a new sports car called the Hawkeye coming out in 2 months. So what we're going to do is go ahead and advance the month, and we'll mess with our Mexico City. Oh, wait, no. Before I do that, I wanted to... Which one was it that I wanted to bump down? The Fowler, I believe, which, yeah, they're making those in Pittsburgh, but they're not really selling. And I believe I was going to make another line of these trucks. Let's see if we can get it to 125. Perfect. All right. Then I also wanted to do this because I realized that our Mexico City branch is not selling. So we're going to have, if we are able to purchase that, oh man, the old broad axe is still on there. Okay, well, anyways, let's see what happens with our numbers here. I'm kind of curious to see if we offer some of our... Oh boy, we still made 10 million. Okay, this is a really good sign. Um, this is a really good sign. And I know the cash flow is different than revenue and all that. I'm just excited that we have 7 new lines coming into production. So we're still making too many Fowlers. So I will have to bump that down. I mean, we still sold 850 of them. It's our second best-selling car, so I don't want to like just take them out completely. I wanted to look at our let's see. Wow, look at these. These vans are selling crazy good now for some reason. We must have gotten into a new market with them or something. Huh. Wow, and we missed 70 sales in Mexico City. What happens if okay, here we go. So we can see what's generally in demand in Mexico. Oh, they're buying the old Fowlers down there. That's kind of surprising. So when I set up, I know a big part of this game is thinking about demographics. And when I set up the Commuter 100, Commuter 200, and Commuter 300, I explicitly did kind of like lower class. And then I think I did upper middle here and then upper class. So it's interesting to me to see. I mean, granted, this is just 1 month. I don't want to take things out of context, but it's interesting to me to see the breakdown here. We're building them in Pittsburgh. We've sold some in Toronto, some in New York, some in Chicago. That's really helpful information. There's so much to analyze here. I think my issue, generally speaking, is that I have kind of paralysis of analysis. So we have 10 new production lines available in Mexico. And we need to figure out the best way to utilize those. So first thing we want to do is adjust the Fowler. We need to find where we're still making those. Okay, we have 2 lines of them in Chicago. So we're going to get rid of those. And we're going to have Chicago make another line of each of the vans because it's centrally located in the middle of the country and the vans seem to be selling well. Okay, so now we want to look at that. Should situate the Rover, the Fowler. That should help that, bringing that down by 2 production lines in Chicago. Look at this. This is crazy to me that people still want to buy this car. Why? Why do they still want to buy this car? I don't get that. That's silly. All right, so this will bump these another like. Okay, so Mexico, we want to make Rover, Rover Lux, Broadaxe Tough, probably Blast, Loyal Lux, and some old Kitty Hawks maybe. I don't know. It's gonna be tricky. Let's just shoot from the hip here. Oh, we're still making Fowlers in LA. All right. So let's say, let's do a line of these. We'll make 100 of those. We'll do a line of these. We'll make about 100 of those. Do a line of these. Make 100 of those. We'll do a line of trucks. Then oh wait, what did I just do? Oh yeah, that's the latest truck. Okay. I mean, if the people want it, let's make what they want. I might think that it's silly, but they apparently don't. Okay, so this is the hyena, the next generation. The Loyal, I think we're making Loyal Lux, which is probably good. Let's do Blast. And let's do a few more regular vans. Alright, let's see how this works. And then we'll also free up our brand new sports car. I tried to do a fair bit of like R&D tinkering off screen so that you all wouldn't have to watch that for hours and hours and hours. But I'm looking forward to trying to buy this new company. I don't know if that's going to be a good idea or not. But okay, so we're pretty balanced here. We're making a few too many Blast Lux. So we can just shift that line to regular Blast and we'll be fine. Huh. Sold the heck out of those Kitty Hawks too. So if we go to branches here, and okay, here's our new Hawkeye. I'll show you guys that. So you look here, like the Commuter 100. I can't tell. Where do so I know this Project Profits is a nice metric to see, like this one is making money. I think I need to bump the price on these. They were way high when I started, but I think we're having an issue with the profit margin here. So I'm going to try this for those. But like this truck is selling well, but we're still not doing great with the money on it, so I'm going to try bumping the price on it as well. So look at this. So this hyena, the total costs are $5,900, and then we're able to sell them for $7,000. And when you put it here, in the market, I guess this is Mexico City market, so it would depend where else you put it. But some of these companies are selling more, but they're a lot cheaper vehicles. So we've made 13 million off of the Blast, 26 million. Then these two we lost money on. Decent on the Rover. Then the Loyal. You always tend to do better with sedans, anyways. They're like the kind of bread and butter. But this Broad X2 made 60 million. Pickup truck model that we're not even making anymore, really, very many of them. What's it say? We sold. Yeah, we didn't sell any, and it's telling us we could have sold 58. And that's like all over North America. So then the Fowler, this is odd that this sports car has done as well as it has. I mean, we only make, if this number is right, we're only making a couple $100 per car, and we got all that. That's crazy. We made 64 million on the Kitty Hawk, and then we made a little bit on the old pickup. But we have to decide where we're going to produce the Hawkeye. I'm thinking probably New York, Pittsburgh, and Chicago. So wanna, this might be a little bit too auspicious. No, is that the right word that I want? Too optimistic, maybe is a better word. To think that we're gonna really need 300 of these, but one can only hope. I think this is the one that I wanted to drop down. Like 100 of them in Pittsburgh. Alright, now I want to go to branches and see what they're saying. So they're recommending 9,200. If the total unit cost is around 6,200, like they're saying, I'll start it at 9,000. I'll bump that a little bit. And we'll see how it does. Right immediately, it's going to be competing with our other sports car. So I'm not entirely sure how it's going to do. But hopefully it does alright. I'll probably simulate a few months so I can take a look at the stats. And then we're going to see if we can monkey around with the money and perhaps buy our first company. This just doesn't make sense. That car's not that good. And this hyena is selling like crazy. Although that is a little bit too many. Oh. Okay, so I think we're going to make this strictly produced in Mexico. So all of those. Okay. Are going to not be produced here. Oh, you silly. Silly. Alright, sorry about this. This is the only place I want them to be made. And I accidentally removed them. Okay. Alright, there aren't any being made in Chicago. There aren't any being made in LA. Okay. So we have one line here in New York. Let's take a look at, I didn't even look at how the Hawkeye did. Okay, 1966 Slick Wheels Hawkeye. Whew. That's what you like to see when you come out with a new car, I'll tell you that. Okay. That is absolutely what we like to see. Alright, so we are going to make another line of Hawkeyes in New York. Another line of Hawkeyes in Pittsburgh. I bet it would sell in LA. So let's do that. Let's get it going in LA. Let's try to make, yeah, 130 looks good. And I also think, since it's doing so well at 9,000, let's try it at 9,500. Alright, is there anything else we needed to tweak here? We got this reduced. I don't think I'm going to adjust this just yet. This is our best sedan. These ones are selling well, but I suspect maybe some of that will shift. I think at some point soon we're going to go ahead and get rid of the broad axe, but that demand is crazy. I don't understand that. Okay, we're at 427 cash. Let's do a few more months of tweaking this, and then we'll see if we can get the money we need to be able to buy that. I don't know if it's a good idea, guys. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we'll save first. I don't know. I don't generally play like that, but maybe I will because this game is going well. Okay, so Rover Lux, Broadax Tough. Slick Wheels Blast. And of course the Fowler. Look at that demand. I think I'm going to bump the price on the Fowler just to influence demand a little bit. Bump this up to 7,500. See if that cools off demand at all. Okay. This is not bad. Supercar. Probably not our company's deal. So I don't know if I told you in the recordings that I do have a MASCAR company, MASCAR team. They don't. I think that's part of why our sports cars sell well, but it's kind of throwing good money after bad, if you ask me. Okay, I also made a few gearboxes in the background here just in case I decide to make new vehicles. That's funny how this van is like outselling everything. It might not be making the most money, but it's outselling everything. So we're gonna go to R&D and outsource those gearboxes we just made because it helps make money back for them. And I've had pretty good luck being able to outsource things this particular playthrough. And if you're wondering what the numbers are here, these are just, that's just what the other companies have to pay if they want to use our stuff. And here is where we are going to find the Broadax and say thank you so much for your service, but you are now out of production. And we will come down. Yeah, look at this. This Kitty Hawk that is still selling is an overall of 18. The Fowler that's selling hundreds of cars still is an overall of 20. That's insane. Alright. I'm also going to take El Guapo and El Guapo Lux off of the books. That will make things a little bit better, easier to read. Alright. I'm thinking another month or two, and we're going to be real close to being able to buy that company outright. And then we'll have to see if we need to take out money or what to adjust their offerings. Okay. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. This car is driving me crazy. We really need to shift some resources over to making more of these Lux vans. And the Broadax Tough Trucks. And the Hawkeyes. Oh my gosh. Alright. I think we're going to call it good on the Kitty Hawk. It's our only coupe. I don't know. We're selling a lot of cars, guys. We're selling a lot of cars, which I do like to see. All right, let's take a look at this deal here. So they are Esmon 404 million. There we go. So do they just disappear from here? I guess so. Huh. I was expecting a bit more fanfare, I suppose. Oh my gosh. Look at the network we have. What is this factory looking like? They have 18 lines. Okay. I think yeah, we don't want to be in this menu. We want to go to this menu. Zurich, Switzerland. That is pretty cool. Alright, so do I get their designs and all that stuff? Like, do I get, there we go. They've got a unibody. Look at that, 118 bucks. Front wheel drive unibody. Double wishbone. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, I think for right now, this is insane, because now let's look at these branches. We've got branches in Cologne, Frankfurt, Hamburg, Hanover, Munich, Stuttgart, Vienna, Brussels, Prague, Copenhagen, Berlin, Leipzig, Bordeaux, Lyon, Marseille, Paris, Toulouse, Bologna, Genoa, Milan, Naples, Palermo, Rome, Turin, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Barcelona, Valencia. Good heavens. Alright, now I have a feeling I'm going to do this very wrong. So what I want to be able to do, let's talk this through, okay? I don't want to make everything available in Europe. So let's talk about, okay, this is what we're going to do. Okay, we've got 18 lines. So we're going to go 3 lines of each of the commuters. And then we're going to go 2 lines of the Hawkeye. 2 lines of the pickup truck. 2 lines of the sedan. 1 line of the regular van. One line of the luxury van. I think, what is the fastback? Yeah, we'll do the blast. We'll do fastback. Okay. So now in the branches, we don't want to sell every car in every branch. We can't do apply all anymore. Because in the States, like we're selling the Hawkeye for $9,500. So the total unit cost to sell in Atlanta is $7,500. Baltimore $7,500. Chicago $7,600. Yeah, it's all about that $7,500. But when I go to, oh, it doesn't change. Okay, all right. Sorry for the problems here. I'm gonna have to come up with a more effective way to do this. Okay. Let's try it. Let's just see how it goes. Except that some of these are not going to be available everywhere. So that is. Now let's go back to one of the foreign countries. So they don't have the Blast Lux or the Loyals. Okay, alright. I think man, I should have saved before I did that. Let's see what this does. This could be insane. This will either be really good. I can't believe. Oh, I guess because we got all their assets, it didn't really cost us all that money. I don't understand that either. But whew. Look at these missed sales numbers. That's crazy. I think I need to bump the price of the Hawkeye again. I mean, why is it selling so well? We're almost twice the price of a lot of competition. Type rating is 57. So we are one of the best. Oh, there's a cure worth that's close. I mean, we're going to have to pay attention to this. The project profits are negative 26 million. I recall not that long ago that was -5, so we're gaining ground on making the commuters profitable. Huh. I don't know. I would love it if somebody would leave a comment in the comment section what you think of my decision here to go really quite international. I mean, look at this. This is insane. At this point, we probably should get more branches in the U.S. We have that. Central Europe is so well hit. We can get to Africa much more easily now. What a good central location. I didn't even think about that. Huh. Memphis, Tennessee. Alright. We have 231 million. We bought a flipping company. guess we should be thinking about, let's make a new coupe to update the Kitty Hawk. Alright, let's do that. Let's see what we can make now with all this cool stuff we just acquired. So we want to make a new coupe. And I think it makes sense to go with, so that's a 49, and ours is a, yeah, let's go with this one. I mean, it costs a lot more money, but we probably want to put in this engine. Man, Esmond made a bunch of stuff. I guess that's why they went bankrupt. They made a bunch of really mediocre stuff. I mean, why would you want a 46 horsepower V6 in 1959? What did I make? I made a set. Well, that's not that different, I guess. But I made it a V4. Whoa, look at that cost, though. Pretty crazy. I feel like there's so many variables in this game that I don't always know what causes what to happen. Okay, we want to put a 4-speed automatic in it. This is a coupe. This is like a cruising car. Pre-designed. We just made another car with that design. Oh, that's... I actually like this. It doesn't have tires on it, but I don't want to deal with that. So I'm just going to select it. Alright, so we want this coupe to be, let's shoot for the middle class. So our handling meets that. Our quality's fine. Our dependability looks fine. Our safety's fine. Fuel is more than they care about. They care a lot about performance. So what can we do to improve performance? Do we have any category that improves? Performance seems to be more like based on the frame and stuff. Does this improve performance? No. Well, we'll go. I like this. 15 billion on the project. $4,000 material cost. It's going to come out of 47 with a 52 in the coupe ratings. Fuel consumption is great. Alright, so we're going to call this the Kitty Hawk TF for takes flight. I know, corny, but so that's 16 months from now. We'll see that process of that. So that 4x4 truck frame seems to be doing pretty well. People like it. All Stones Motors. Truck frame. Stock report. Duh. I don't. Oh, we probably own it because. What do you call it? Probably owned it. Esmond probably owned it. Sell shares. Sell. I don't want to invest in these other companies. I am kind of curious if there are any. Like Zesty was one. Another 5 months before we could do such a transaction again. Zesty was one that looked like it. I think it was somewhere around 700 million, which obviously we don't have, but this seems to be a real way to gain wealth in this game. You can get a company that's on the ropes, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure I understand how to analyze. Like, I don't know what level of detail to mill down to. So, should I be charging more in London than other places? Like, we don't want to have some of these models available there because it would cost so much to transport them because we're not making them in Zurich. Well, my original idea for this episode was to carry you through the late 60s. I think we made it like 3 months, maybe 4. It's just really hard to keep up with everything. This is an insanely deep and fascinating game that I genuinely very much enjoy. And I feel like I only understand the very basics of how to run a company because of it. Sometimes I think, oh, I need to have more car models that I'm making. And sometimes I think, no, you idiot, you're making far too many already. So, I don't know. I'm really enjoying it though, and I hope that for the handful of folks who are watching the series, I hope you're enjoying it as well. If you have advice for me, I'd love for you to leave it in the comments. Otherwise, I will see you in next week's episode. Bye for now.